Welcome to What's Happening, where we focus on events happening right here in the City of Lynn. Here with me today, we have a founding member from Sisters in Song, Jeff Trentoni. Jeff, I want to thank you for being here. We're going to talk a lot about this event. This event is happening. It's the 4th annual A Beautiful Pair. It's run by the organization Sisters in Song, and it's a charitable event that's going to go to benefiting the Ellie Fund. It's Sunday, October 4th, 4 p.m. at St. George's, right on South Common Street in Lynn, Massachusetts. You can find more information at eventbrite.com. You can also jump online and donate to the Ellie Fund directly, www.ellefund.org. Now, Jeff, I want to talk about the event. This is the 4th annual A Beautiful Pair. It's a concert to benefit women this year with breast cancer. Breast cancer awareness is a big one, considering October is right around the corner. But first and foremost, let's talk about you, your involvement, the organization. Why does it exist?
Well, about 5 years ago, I was working at Tufts University, and one of my colleagues went to her doctor, said, I feel something. Doctor said, it's nothing to worry about. Turned out she had stage 4 breast cancer. And so every day she would come to work during her treatment, and other than, trying to be supportive, it was really frustrating for me. So I thought about it and talked to a bunch of my extremely talented friends and thought we could put on a concert, raise some money, raise some awareness, and try to get people more interested. You get bombarded in October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There's public service announcements and posters and what have you, and then people don't talk about it. There is an increased number of breast cancer diagnoses every day, and surprisingly, a large number of new diagnoses is men. Never occurred to me. I think I'm a pretty smart guy. Men can get breast cancer, but we don't talk about it. I met a gentleman very shortly after who had breast cancer, had the surgery, couldn't tell his kids, didn't tell his buddies at work, went to a support group, and they said, you don't belong here. And they actually turned him away. I was horrified to think in today's world that we would tell somebody in crisis, you don't belong here. So, did some research online, looked at different charities, to support, and the Ellie Fund stood out. It's a Massachusetts-based nonprofit, and they help with things that insurance doesn't cover. You think, oh, you have insurance, you're all set. But if you can't get to an appointment, you're in trouble.
Right.
If you have problems at home and have to choose, go to the appointment or handle my kids, that's a horrible scenario. They provide free transportation, help with childcare, help with light housekeeping, hot meals, all sorts of things. You pick up the phone and you say, I'm sick. They don't want to know where you live, how much you make. It's, how can we help you? It seemed to me a really good fit. And 4 years ago, the first weekend in October, we had our first concert. We invited my friend and a number of survivors to come and just be entertained, be distracted for a while. Music has an international component, but it's a healing sort of thing. We raised some money, which was fantastic. We raised some awareness, which was also fantastic. And not quite a year later, one of my founding partners was diagnosed. And she got to find out firsthand what organizations like the Ellie Fund can do. She's thriving, thank God. She's part of the reason why we're plugging forward. We're ready with our 4th concert to go. And she's just one story, We have so much potential to help other people and pay it forward. Sisters in Song, which is the name that Stacy founded for the ladies in the group, have chosen to find reasons to pay something forward. We don't need to necessarily meet the people that we're helping. It's just nice to know that we're doing something that makes a difference in somebody's life.
So this is a selfless thing that you're doing here. and you're doing it through something that you have a skill. We were talking before the program, and we had met some interesting people down at the St. George's Greek Festival, and one of the people were they were holding an event where it was a charitable event, and they were auctioning off their paintings of children from around the world. And we were talking about the benefit in actually being able to contribute your skill in order to raise awareness or raise money for a charity, and you guys are doing the same exact thing.
Well, we're trying.
Right. So this is a concert. I mean, who's singing?
I have some extremely talented friends, and me.
That's awesome.
And my niece. It's a multi-generational project.
Okay.
The youngest performers have been in their teens, and the oldest are retired. So it really does cover the whole gamut of people's ages and skill sets, and it's a lot of fun.
What type of music can people
Most of it is show tunes, classics, Bridge Over Troubled Water, things that people might recognize.
Okay.
But it's an evening of mostly duets. Originally, it was sort of a tongue-in-cheek, you have two breasts, duets, you know. Hence the name, A Beautiful Pair. But there's just the sense of you can come, be distracted, be entertained, hopefully encouraged to have a conversation.
Yeah, and that's a big thing, is you guys are trying to get people to talk about it.
Yes.
Because it's something people want to sweep under the rug. And I'm guilty of this too. Anytime I'm like on social media and you see those posts about, you know, cancer awareness, it's like I want to get through that as fast as possible because I don't want to be subjected to it. But it's important subject matter to actually talk about, and creating awareness for people actually gives them the information that they need in order to actually find the help. And that's something I never knew about the LE Fund. That's incredible because, you know, at this age, you know, I'm 29 now, going into my 30th year, I'm realizing that anytime people are struggling, usually they're either doing it on their own or they're doing it with the people who really, really love them. Right. And here we're talking about an organization, the LE Fund, that just wants to know how they can help you.
Exactly.
Never talked to you before.
They're celebrating their 20th anniversary, and Ellie's two sons, when she passed, founded the organization because they wanted to help other people. It's great, you know, to be there for people that you know and love, but there's something greater about being there for people that you don't know.
Right.
You know, and it starts with a conversation.
Absolutely.
Nobody wants to talk about cancer, and yet it's a fact of life.
Right.
People, you know somebody who has cancer, whether you know they have it or not.
Right.
And being able to just say, I may not understand exactly what you're going through, but if you want to talk, if you need a ride to an appointment, if you just want to sit quietly and have a cup of coffee, that's all great, and it's part of the healing. Chemotherapy is a rancid, horrible thing to go through. Right. Radiation, the same sort of thing. When you lose your hair, I mean, other than people like me, it's devastating. You know, society looks at a woman who is wearing a scarf or a head wrap and says, there's something wrong. Right. You know, maybe I don't want to talk to her. There's just the sense of holding a door for somebody, saying good morning. Right. That's opening a safe place, a nice moment for somebody who may really be having a terrible day.
Yeah. That's one of the things, I mean, in coaching, we tell our kids all the time, it's like Christmas, they're all jazzed up. But, you know, the holiday season isn't always going to be a benefit to everybody. You know, some people are going through difficult times. And we're talking about this right now, this event. It's developed in part by the organization Sisters in Song. This is the 4th annual, A Beautiful Pair, What About Love? It's going to be held on Sunday, October 4th, 4 p.m. at St. George's on South Common in Lynn, Massachusetts. You can donate directly online if you can't get down there, www.lefund.org. They're in their 20th anniversary, an outstanding organization. And you can even find more information on the event at eventbrite.com. We were talking a little bit before the interview about, you know, how to give back and, you know, how this is such a prevalent subject matter. And it's really, a lot has to do with us being able to just identify with the reason and discuss it. And that's exactly what this event is going to be for. It's all about entertainment. We'd love for you guys to come down. You can get your tickets online. You can get your tickets at the door Pair4 even. Jeff, I want to thank you for coming on to the program. An outstanding organization, outstanding guy. And this event is going to pop off this Sunday, October 4th, 4 p.m. down at St. George's on South Common in Lynn. Come on down. Please bring smiles, good times, and great conversation. That's it for what's happening from the studio here at LynnCAM TV. I'm Sean Donahue, wishing you all the best.